Welcome back. Many children in South Africa grow up without fathers. And many men in South Africa do not play an active role during their children's upbringing. More than 66%, listen to this, 66% of black fathers in South Africa are absent fathers. Now this is according to a 2014 research by Dr. Tawanda Makushwa. But that notion is about to change. That is, if the Cool Dad Foundation gets its way. The Cool Dad Foundation encourages fathers not to be absent or ATM fathers only, but to play an active role in their children's upbringing. The foundation will this year contribute to the call by the international and national community by denouncing any form of violence against women and children. To talk to us more about the Cool Dad Foundation and more, we're joined in studio by Bongani Luvalo, who's the founder of the Cool Dad Foundation. Bongani, a very good morning to you and welcome to studio.
Good morning to you and good morning to the viewers at home.
Please tell us more about your foundation.
Cool Dad Foundation is a movement of young fathers. We had because of we'd experienced absent fathers, some of us in our lives, and having to understand the social ills that are going on in society, we then came to understand that through research, that majority of the social ills are contributed because of the absent father figure in the different households. And also even our own interests as, young fathers, we could see that not many of us actually speak about our kids in majority of the time. And we then thought, let's gather as young fathers, and let's see how best can we spend time with our children. And we had our first picnic in 2013, and that's when we came about to have Cool Dad Foundation. But initially it was supposed to be just a movement without us having to really understand that there are deeper issues. There are men who want to spend time with their fathers. There are certain problems that are between them and the mother of the child, or because of family setups and so on. So when we came into that picnic, we then understood quite a number of issues. Others, one, don't understand what they're supposed to be doing with their children. Two, others don't have access to their children because of they're no longer in relationships with the mother of their children. Others have decided to be in other relationships where the wife does not allow them to actually interact with that. So it then became a problem of saying, but how do we then reach out more than just asking fathers to spend time? Because of we just had that thing that men just decide not to spend time. But as and when we took time, we then understood that there are deeper issues in society that need to be addressed. So we said it cannot just be a movement of young fathers gathering in a park. Let's go deeper. Then we then decided to start a foundation which focuses on 5 programmatic areas.
And talk to me about those problematic areas.
One is the interactions, as I indicated. Majority of us don't know what to do when we're with our kids. Others actually even say that they're babysitting their kids because they just have to sit at home without knowing where to go. So we do interactions, your picnics, your camps, your date outs, movies and so on. We actually giving young fathers ideas on how to spend time with their children. The second part would be the empowerment of a young father, holistically. So we look at different thematic issues through seminars and workshops. How do we sustain relationships? How do we ensure that we create a conducive environment psychologically for a child to actually, grow in a well, set up home? The third one would be a big brother mentorship. There are many boys who grew up like me without a father figure. So there's not that male figure that actually shapes how you must think, how you must act, That's why others don't even know how to treat a young woman because of they've never seen a role model that actually treats their mother, their aunt or their grandmother within a home setup. And the fourth one would be actually the clothing and toy bank, where we are saying we know and understand the levels of unemployment in South Africa. And majority of us, when we buy our kids clothes, we buy toys, in most cases, in 3 months, they've stopped using those things. You're buying new ones, you're forgetting where others are. And we're saying those who are unemployed, let's afford them an opportunity to actually access those clothes, to access those toys and actually give to their own children. Sort of a bridging measure, because we know that there's nothing that actually demeans a man's, composure or understanding in society than having to be an unemployed man because of you are seen as less of a man. That's how society construes, a well-rounded man in society. And then the fifth one is actually what we call legal counsel and advocacy and lobbying.
Yes.
In that area, we are looking at different pieces of legislation that do not allow a young father or a male to actually do their most utmost best in society. Their rights and responsibilities. Men think that having to go to a maintenance court, actually it's a place where men are bashed.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not where men are bashed. You've got a neutral presiding officer who actually wants to listen to the stories. What is the woman saying, or what is the mother of the child saying? What is the father of the child saying? And actually come to a conclusion on how best both of you as parents can actually contribute to that. So that's what we are actually focusing on.
Now, fathers sitting out there today who are absent fathers and they want to make use of your foundation and the advice that you do have, how do they get in touch with you and how do they become part and parcel of the foundation? Okay,
we've got offices. We can be reached through an email address, info@cooldadsfoundation.co.za. They can also reach us on social media. We've got a Facebook page, I Am a Cool Dad. We also have a website, www.cooldadsfoundation.co.za.
Cool Dad Foundation, one word.
One word.
Bongani, thank you so much for your time and coming in, and all the best of luck with all the absent fathers during this time of the year. That was Bongani Luvalo. He's the founder of the Cool Dad Foundation, talking to us about the importance of playing an active role in your child's upbringing, especially this time of the year. We're also asking you that question today. How can fathers play a more active role in their children's lives? Send us your comments on the Twitter handle at SABC Newsroom. You can also do so via the Facebook page. If you like us there, you become part and parcel of the Newsroom family. How can you become a better father during this time of the year when you want to spend some time with your kids at home during Christmas? As you heard there from Bongani, it's a very important part of your child's life, that upbringing, that you part and parcel of it, even if you're divorced or you separated from your family. So do that now. But it's festive season, and it's that time of the year where families will be setting their